This is what the Baytown police today got away with doing to me when I was trying to prove to them, when I called them for help, that I was being set up for something that I could prove I didn't do because I wasn't there at the location they said I did it at. I was actually with a police officer. I don't have a phone that's working because I didn't pay my phone bill yesterday because I'm tired of all the weird death threats and electronic phone numbers coming in that threaten me, and then when you call them back, there's no voice. There's no working number. And to my disbelief, I called 911 to tell them how I'm being set up again. And within minutes, the police came, put handcuffs on me, wouldn't look at my solid evidence. You know, I'm in so much pain right now. I got marks on my arm. I got a hurt neck. And here's proof that I was referred to Internal Affairs about another black officer that messed with me, just like this one did. And I think it was a Hispanic cop. And let me show you proof. First of all, I'm being terrorized. I have to call the police department all the time. They always give me numbers to call, or alleged help that's coming, but it never really happens. I've had to make many police reports in Baytown. Hold on, I'm trying to find proof of something. I shouldn't do this when I'm so traumatized. Well, earlier I did a video proving the case number. I was with an officer today. He told me that he was going to get my case looked into more, but he gave me his email. My God, what did I do with the police report? I'm doing too much. He gave me his email, and within 15 minutes of meeting this officer, what was it, Medor? Officer Medor, badge 88, I believe. Within 15 minutes or less of meeting him, I had Baytown 911 police coming at me, and I was accused of making a threatening call with a phone from my phone that hasn't been in service since yesterday. They refused to look at my evidence. They refused to look at the fact that I was with a police officer, that I have an FBI number, that I have a federal bureau investigation going on about people that keep calling the police trying to have Johnny and I arrested and terrorizing us. We're victims of cyber stalking and cyber terrorism and much more. And all I did was try to report more threats and more harassment, when next thing I knew, Johnny's sitting in a police car who wasn't even with me today. He was in a different location. And a complete setup. Here's the officer that knows that Johnny is dangerously allergic to alcohol. That's why Johnny hardly ever drinks, because he had a brain aneurysm. And one beer can make Johnny really confused. So this officer saved Johnny several weeks ago when they were trying to do the same thing they did and arrested Johnny today, Baytown police, and manhandled me and violently threw me in a chair, and both put their hands on my arms and everything and hurt my wrist. And I'll tell you what, this Officer Pasquale saved Johnny when they pulled the same crap a couple of weeks ago, and he was having a very dangerous reaction to cheap malt liquor, and he was having another one today. And instead of them taking him to the hospital where he was almost 2 days over an allergic reaction to a malt liquor, one, not 20, not 5, one. They refused to listen to me. They refused to call Officer Pasquale, badge 176. They refused to listen to any of my case numbers. They actually refused to look at one single case number. I said, "You're not listening. I'm being set up." And they violently threw me in a metal chair when I have a rare muscle disease, and put handcuffs on me so tight that I thought I was going to have a heart attack. And then I kept saying, "Please look at the police. I just met with the police. Why are you doing this to me? I'm the victim of crimes. And why are you coming after me?" And basically, Johnny saw me in handcuffs, and so he started to walk off scared. When he gets nervous, he bounces a good luck golf ball that he loves, because Johnny used to golf before his head injury. And all he was doing was bouncing the ball on a public sidewalk. Wasn't even in a business doing this. And they said, "Where's your boyfriend?" I said, "What is going on? He's being terrorized daily. We're victims of a crime. We're even supposed to get counseling over this. We're fighting. We're breaking up over it. I mean, what is going on? He's not dangerous." And they went over there, and then they came back, and the officer, the black one, said, "He has a weapon." When Pasquale and everybody has approved his weapon because they know that we're dealing with major cyber stalking, harassment. These people posted our address. You really think Johnny doesn't have the right to have a knife when our address is on YouTube and on Google by these horrible people that have been conspiring against us, like Wilbur Witt Jr. and Toby Hewitt and these, Robert Beatty, who have gone out of the way to endanger our life? It's all been reported to the FBI. It's all been reported to the police. It's all been reported. Even now, Internal Affairs was notified about this. I was told to make an appointment. And right when Johnny and I were going to go today, they pulled this stuff. So I don't know if Johnny's going to be okay, because last time he drank a malt liquor, they pulled the same crap trying to arrest him when the hospital confirmed that he was very sick from it. I had thought he took a bunch of pills with the way he was acting, but I actually found the pills on the ground later, so I felt guilty about saying that. But, as stressed out as Johnny is and how he's been terrorized for 9 months and has to move about every month over what they're doing to us, I thought maybe he lost his mind. I told the doctor he was okay. I told him it was a mistake. They let him go. They said he had a bad reaction to the malt liquor. The officer said word for word he drank a malt liquor, and I said, "Officer, he needs medical attention." They refused. They were violently aggressive with me, and I'm just a woman who was trying to save my boyfriend and show my evidence, and they refused to look at it. If you remember, I did a live video proving another officer who happens to be black, and I'm not going the racist route here, but maybe I am, because this is the second black officer in Baytown that treated me like total crap, like a white prostitute, like the worst crackhead criminal, when I believe if I was black, those officers wouldn't have treated me that way. And yeah, I just said that live, and I'm not going to take it back. There's no way in hell that black officers should be allowed. Why is my story not on major news right now? I just posted pictures proving how injured I am. I just posted proof that I was with an officer at the time they accused me of some threat. And they don't even look at my evidence. And then poor Johnny's in shock. And so what if he went and bought a beer? Big whoop-de-doo. And next thing I know, they're taking him, instead of taking him to the ER, to jail. Last time he had a reaction, he was choking on his own vomit, and his blood pressure was so low. And this was one beer called Steel Reserve that did this to him. Johnny and I are broke. I told the officers, this is a joke. It is documented how broke we are. That everybody knows, including the DA's office, including the police. That's why we haven't been able to move again. And I'm going, really? And then they act like he's dangerous. Oh, he has a weapon. I said, he's not dangerous. He's in shock. Y'all have scared him. I believe this is the detective or the DA that I was supposed to meet with. I'm confused because I have so many police reports. I don't have a working phone now. I don't know, if Johnny's okay. And, here it is, my daily terror, all these police reports. Nothing ever happens. I'm being cyber stalked, cyber bullied. They're following me. They're posting my address. They're taking my pictures. And this is how a woman in Texas is treated by the police. And poor Johnny, who's about to have a breakdown from daily terrorism, instead of taking him to the hospital where he could get assessed. By the way, both of us mentally passed every test you could imagine. We were cleared. And they still wouldn't help us and treat us like we were just some kind of criminal, mentally ill patients. And I'm going to call every lawyer, and I'm going to sue the hell out of Baytown Police Department. Now I'm suing Harris County and Baytown. And let me tell you why. I'm already in federal court for police misconduct and brutality in many matters. And I've been attacked over it for 3 years now, whatever it's been. And they've done nothing to protect us. They had every reason to know that Johnny and I were victims of a crime, that Johnny was in shock over it. They should have got him mental help, if anything. Not that he's crazy, but I'm just saying if he had a temporary meltdown, that's what they should have done. And I was mad, and I didn't know that Johnny was sick, and I said, oh, they made it sound like he was really drunk, but I started thinking, I know Johnny, and I knew he only had $10 to his name, something like that. And I knew there was no way Johnny could have been super drunk because I had just seen him hours before. And we were, like I said, I was at McDonald's talking to the police. And I was there, that's right, Johnny was there. And then we got in a fight over all the stalking, that's right. And he left. Johnny and I, that's right, I forgot. So Johnny and I were only apart about an hour and a half. when they had him handcuffed in a police car. So I'm very upset I can't find the police report to prove that I was set up. But I believe his name is Officer Maduro. I hope I didn't lose it. But it's on, oh wait, here it is. No, here's another report. Welcome to my daily life. Dang, where is it? Like I said, it's on the video, and I think I even screenshot it. I'm being terrorized, and Johnny is too, and the state just treated us like, instead of going after the criminal, who's Toby Hewitt, who's terrorizing others, who I have black and white proof of threatening me, harassing me, and just when a cop said, send me all the emails to prove this, they did this within 15 minutes, attacking me, scaring Johnny to death. You know how Johnny is about me. Look at this. Do you really think police have the right to do this to an innocent woman? And when I asked them what they were doing, they said it was because I was loud or something like that. What a joke. Anyone knows that when someone's a victim of a crime, they're trained to know that they're going to be a little out of character. They set me up and they set Johnny up. We had every reason to be traumatized. I had every reason to be loud when they refused to look at my evidence and were being extremely aggressive and rude to me and very condescending, what do you call it, like body gestures and eye movements and rolling their eyes when I'm talking, and huge guys, I mean huge. One was, the black guy was built and tall, and the other one was super stocky. They hurt my knee. I got marks on my arms, and I tell you what, welcome to Texas, where even when I called 911 to report it with injuries on me, they told me to walk to the police station and report it, which I'm like, I feel like I'm in danger. I have it recorded, and they still didn't do anything. I even called the Harris County 911 saying I fear to call Baytown Police because they seem to be targeting me now, and I've been noticing them following Johnny and I, and I've already went to the police station and tried to report it, and they said, oh, it's the holidays, we're too busy to see you. All this junk I'm dealing with. Well, anyway, welcome to my world of being targeted, and now poor Johnny, I don't have the money to get him out. I don't know what they're going to do. He wasn't in a bar. He was walking, trying to go home, and he was confused because when he gets real upset, first of all, I've already reported it many times that he has memory loss. I said, officers, we were just victims of a violent, whatever you call it, aggravated assault like less than 2 months ago. We're traumatized from it. We're having changes over it. We're fighting over it. Are you serious? We're supposed to get victim assistance officers. What is the problem here? And I tell you what, you should have seen, they gave me a look like, wish I could kill this girl kind of look. And it was, the only reason they stopped is this elderly couple started taking pictures. And I said, my name is Amy Sharon. I spelt it. It will all be proved on body camera. I said, call the FBI, call the DA's office. They continued to arrest Johnny, but let me go. Y'all, this should go viral. I don't have a working phone now. I don't have keys to go home. I don't have a penny on me. And this is a setup. You know, anything could happen to me tonight, and they could say, oh, she was depressed, she committed suicide, or oh, she went missing. This is serious stuff. The only reason they probably haven't arrested me is I had the money, not much, but to get an iced tea at McDonald's for $1 or Target, you know, a coffee or a tea. And I keep making sure I buy something so they can't say, oh, she's now trespassing, because that's what these bastards tried to do to me in the past. Trust me. These are dirty cops, my friends. Baytown Police. I am so adding them into my lawsuit. I've already called the federal judge, the clerk, and told her about the hell I'm dealing with. I'll be notifying them of this. I'll be doing a written statement with Internal Affairs, and I'll be calling every news station once. I don't know if anyone can pay my phone bill since this is an emergency. You know, Johnny, like I said, is not with me. This is very dangerous. I'm with Metro PS. You can private message me, and I mean, I don't know what else to do. I got to have a phone. This is dangerous. 911's telling me I can't call them unless there's a true emergency, but let's say it's not like emergency but alarming. Well, I can't even call the normal police hotline right now, or whatever you call it. This is a setup, my friends, and now I can't even find the police case number to prove that I was with another officer when I got accused of making a threatening call while I was trying to get help for the threats, and then called 911 about the harassing calls and threats, And then next thing I know, 2 cops are there to put handcuffs on me and take Johnny. Like, y'all, I don't know how much more I can show you how I'm being targeted. Now, I did a couple of videos. Anyone that knows me knows what I look like. I look like a completely different person. I've been going now on 4 or 5 hours or more of being terrorized, death threats, everything else. And can you imagine that we live in a world, especially the Texas good old boys, that have been viciously targeting me now for almost 9 years, that the federal judge, Judge Hittner, Harris County, knows it's going on. I've provided police reports. I provided a very shocking motion linking my harassment even to my CPS case. And I cannot believe my eyes that I can't even get any help with poor Johnny and my life in danger. Anyone that knows my story knows I'm targeted. Now people that have tried to help me are being targeted. My neighbors are being targeted for trying to help me. The police have done nothing. If you really want to know, they acted like they were all cool with me and going to help. But then I couldn't even get a phone call back to now this. This is a disgrace. I do have an FBI number. I do have a case number with 2 DAs. And these police basically just blew it off, didn't care, and illegally attacked me and illegally terrorized Johnny with his head injury and having an allergic reaction. I'm going to go to every news station with this. I hope you do too. I hope you contact the FBI and add it to my report against Wilbur Witt Jr., Toby Hewitt, and these trolls and these stalkers, and Robert Beatty Jr., and Robert, Russell Brothwell. These people are out to get me. And all this stuff that you're witnessing has all been set up by one of them, absolutely one of them, or they're associated with others that walk into businesses and lie about us and try to set us up. This has been going on nonstop for 9 months. It needs to be stopped.